Hello and welcome back to Deadfire. So I've switched up our party a little bit. We've got Aloth, we've got Takehu, we've got Edier, and we've got Zoti, and we are going to be heading up all the way up here to the Ashen Maw. And basically, we're going up here to speak with Aethys. In a conversation that we'd never had, Aethys asked us to come here and speak to him about his plan. And then the god spoke to us about that. You know, basically, that's how we got here. I just realized we need to probably put some more water on there. I probably want to put ale first as well. Rice wine. Yeah, something like that. Just so that we have a little bit of backup there. The morale's not dropping. But we should be good. But yeah, we'll see what's in Ashen Maw. So I brought along this party, two Aethys followers. One person to represent the Deadfire, and then Aloth's kind of like our history. I think he's our history nerd. Wait, is he? Aloth does something for it. No, he's got metaphysics. Yeah, so he's kind of into that side of things. He might be able to tell us what's going on. Anyway, we have done this before, but we'll do it again. Thick smoke, black as death, plumes from the peak of a rumbling volcano, the largest in the chain of mountains that makes up Magran's Teeth. A serrated fissure gapes in the mountainside, deep and dark, but intermittently lit by a red-hot glow. Their cavernous opening is too narrow for the more defiant to sail through. The skiff sways tumultuously in the superheated water the closer you row to the cave's cracked opening. Lava burbles down the mountainside, scorching rivers that disappear into the dark blue sea. Inside the rock face, the sound of churning magma grows louder and the air warms around you, beading sweat along your brow. Okay. So, in here, and I believe what we did last time is we went in and we walked away. So this time, we're going to have a look. That is definitely Aethys touching an Adra pillar. Okay. Well.
This where Gone stormed through? At least the docks are still intact.
What the hell is that? That's lovely. It looks like a new pet, but also we need to rest, I just realized. Just to remove a debuff. Angry Troll. Mine. We got Grog. What do trolls do? One resolve. Okay, and then party-wide effect. Party cannot engage. Wait. Opposed to resolve. Additionally, the party cannot engage and is immune to engagement. Also, anyone in your party will die when they are knocked unconscious. What? No. Definitely a no there. Okay. Alright.
Leave it to me.
This is also a troll, I guess. Though Ashen, the skin of this dead giant remains hot to the touch. Okay, so there's a way along there. Head along this way first. Ooh, boxes of stuff. Yeah, we wouldn't have got all these boxes of stuff if
Could
we
we
didn't
not
head along
sail
here.
somewhere cooler?
No, I guess not. What we got here? Some stuff. The burned remains of these prisoners wear the tatters of sailor's garb. Okay. Oh, is our formation messed up? Of course it is. Yeah. Perfect. Back to this formation. This does appear to be the party we've got from main story stuff. Not sure if it's going to be for every main story bit, but, you know. For this one, definitely. This seems right. Right. Head on in. Ooh. Primal Flame. Nice. We got someone Bethune Vanguard, it says is here. Okay. Whatever. Guess that's a bug. Oh wait, no, it's this thing. How did I miss him? Just walked right past this guy. Hello. Slumped against the stones of the bridge, a giant clutches at his bashed-in chest. The mess of sinew and blackened iron boots, fiery blood flickering between his splayed fingers. Thickly, rasping a breath, the warrior lifts his heated gaze to your face.
Extinguished or crushed. Us all, Defiler.
He struggles to speak. The agony of a slow death blazes through the scrawls in his skin, shrouding him with a veil of fire. We can kill him with poison. No, don't think so. Let's go with You're a fire giant, an elemental servant of Magrin's, aren't you?
You are not mistaken. I am but one of Magrin's elite champions, birthed from her flames, soon reunited in glory.
What happened to you?
Damned Reaper of souls and God of lies, Magrin's most foul enemy.
More blood fire licks from the Rathun's cracked chest, slowly charring his arm. We need to get to Aethys. I need to get to Aethys.
Servants of the Defiler God, damn you!
He chokes, liquid fire trickling from his lips. You know what? We'll give him the poison. Drink this and rest easy. He closes his ember-hot eyes, a relieved sigh rushing from his chest as you brew up and then tip a vial of poison to his lips. The icy, slushy mixture takes effect immediately, dousing his flames with a sweep of hoarfrost through his veins, leaves his face cold, ashen, and dead.
Well, that was worth doing, even if we got nothing in return.
Edier, please. Zote swings her lantern back and forth over the warrior's body until a large shimmering cloud of essence shifts up and into her lantern. She grunts, lantern dipping in her hand as if heavier momentarily. Well, I mean, it's not really what he wanted, but okay,
Watch and learn.
whatever, Zote. We're gonna have to do another dropping of souls soon. Do the sentient well, I think that said? Okay. This windlass is far too massive and heavy for Kith to
At
operate.
least this means they're all dead, right?
Maybe. Ooh, we got a hammer. Got a door, which we can easily unlock. Table. Yeah, go
I
unlock
see
the
where
door.
you're going with that. There. What did I tell you? Be right there.
Right. Oh. Hello.
Kith trespasses in the goddess's maw? But how?
Incensed, the giant warrior hulks. Her thick muscles twitch, red markings glowing hotly against her ashen skin.
You must seek to follow in your defiler god's footsteps. You will not, for I will smite you where you stand!
Bellowing, she hefts a massive sword overhead. A second giant slams the haft of his iron staff into the warrior's hard-muscled stomach, abruptly halting her attack.
Hold, Sega! I would speak to this filthy minion of the wretched god Aethys.
Segroth, Rathun word for bloodied warrior.
Before you char his bones to dust.
I'm no friend of Aethys. He stole a piece of my soul and I mean to get it back.
Ha! You think to confront an embodied god? Then you are either powerful beyond comprehension or as much a fool.
He cants his head, broad fingers scratching at the rivets of his helm.
Yet you imply you do not serve him.
The first giant's grip turns white-knuckled on the hilt of her sword, her muscles strain, and metal quivers in her hand.
Rakir, move! We cannot allow these intruders to live!
Rakir, a Rathun word for unbloodied warrior. Again she thrusts the sword high. With a shrug of his meaty shoulders, he steps aside. Let's see. Aethys has consumed your warrior's very souls, but I've faced him before and I'm still standing. Shoulders taut with tension, the warrior eyes the strewn corpses of his fellow Rathuna arms. They lie, dried like husks, siphoned of their souls. He places a hand out to hold the warrior back. He studies you intently.
You would face us in battle rather than flee? I like your mettle. Kethu does not cower before Magrin's greatest warriors. We have not yet defeated the embodied god, but that does not mean we won't. The Drotiger is readying another assault from within the Jagged Keep as we speak.
That's not what he said. He did not say Bathor. He definitely said a much longer word. Bathor, the equivalent of a warlord, this title is bestowed upon the most skilled warriors among the Rathun, a position earned through battle.
I will permit you to scamper closer to God's face, if you believe you can survive. Scurry deeper into the maw, but know that my brethren may squash you.
You plan to attack Aethys?
First, we recover the wounded and their weapons. Drag them into the Jagged Keep.
He nods.
And then we will kill a god.
Smacking the head of his staff against his chest, he bears you a garish grin. I worry Magrin plans to erupt this volcano. If you stay, you'll die. He hefts his meaty shoulders in a heavy shrug.
Our duty is foremost to Margaret. We guard the maw to its fiery end.
How can I reach Aethys?
All who neared the intruder god were gutted until extinguished. You think your soul could last even half so long as Rathoon's?
Maybe the Kifs will last longer.
She snorts, but the other warrior ignores her, answering in her stead.
Only Margaret's shrine without Jagged Keep can lead you to the Defiler God. Kith, if Margaret wishes you to face him, surely she will fire the way.
Alright.
Segre, help me with the bodies, but this time gentle your grip.
It can't be helped, Rakir. These fallen are brittle.
So, he's kind of like a well, not really a warrior type, and then she's full-in warrior type. Interesting. So we've got another route we can take in here, in the sentinel
Reckon
wall.
this is what happens when you try to keep a god from enacting his plans.
What a glorious... Oh.
Excuse me, Takehu? I'm not sure that you should be saying things like that. And there's the key that would get us through to where we got before. The rockside has collapsed the section of the keep. Okay, so. Right. Head through here. And down the mountainside. Well, down the hill. Down the tower. Whatever. Down, basically. So we're probably going to have to fight some giants, is what I've got from this so far.
Should we be concerned about that?
Probably
Ain't the
very.
volcanoes in Mogren's Teeth supposed to be inactive? I got a bad feeling this one's waking up.
Yeah, well, we were pretty much just told that, so... Can't give you too much credit here.
Did Aethys do this?
Probably.
There's something you don't see every
Get
day.
the fire drake. Takehu. Looking for one of these round the back. Yep, perfect. We'll get a loft to chuck in the CC. And we'll shoot, not that one.
Show 'em how.
Go, do it.
Love, and that's how it's done.
Nice. Perfect. Tornado pretty much destroyed them all. That's a proper Drake. Oh, okay. Well, she's gonna have to heal. We'll use a heal there. Get Zoti. Strike the bell. Pierce the bell, whatever it's called now.
The Alpha Predator.
Right. Drake's about to fall.
Yeah.
Switch into shark mode. Yeah, I'll do it. Right. Perfect. And then they're all dead. Yep.
Ain't you got the decency to die?
Right. Grab our loot. There's a lot. Okay, more Primal Flame.
It will be so.
Deep gashes mar this Rathoon's armor and flesh. We got two ways. We can go towards the Lair of the Ancient or towards the Jagged Keep. We just came from the Jagged Keep, didn't we? No, we came from the Sentinel Wall. Okay, well let's go to the Lair of the Ancient first, I guess. Because that sounds really cool. I don't know if which one we need to go to. I think we needed to go to the Jagged Keep. I could have been wrong though. We may have been told actually. Yeah, okay. This is a different place. Okay, so I think there might be a dragon at the end of this would be my guess. Right. Switch to, wow. Probably don't want to switch just yet because it's probably, yeah, immune to fire, which is the main thing that our weapon
That was about as useful as a bump on a pickle.
It's fine with us continuing to shoot. Well, we might as well switch to the dagger anyway and get it. Let's do it, shooting us with ranged attacks.
Try this.
Okay. Right. We could use more abilities, but again, it's not really a huge deal. Right. Although it's probably a bad habit to not use them, because that's from the first game where like abilities didn't refresh between combats necessarily, depending on your class.
How do you like that? Bullseye.
Anyway. Perfect. So they're absolutely destroyed. Our 3 back ones to attack the magma ooze. And then everyone's on the flame bat, and that should be an easy kill. Hopefully. Although it doesn't appear to be dying quite as quickly as I thought it might. We'll see. In a second it might die. There we go. Ooh.
Show them how it's done.
Oh, it teleported. Never mind. We definitely got another rumble. Okay. Grab some loot. More Primal Flame. If we ever needed more, we got it.
Dim in the lantern.
Alright, what's along this way? Ooh.
Alright, that one felt more serious. This does not sound good.
Volcano is growing more active. Well, I hope we're going the right way, then.
That smell. I hope it's just their cook burning the meat.
This place smells and feels like hell in the stories Uncle Angbert used to tell me to make me behave as a child.
Okay. A haze of soul essence sifts up like smoke from a corpse scored with heavy claw marks. Oddly, no blood pools beneath the body. The wounds have been cauterized. Hot to the touch, the essence slowly wafts through your fingers. Then you're tumbling down into the feverish sensation of a soul reed. You're a great champion, a Goliath among giants, your chest tight with pride, and now something darker, strange, dread. It flickers inside of you like the fires of a waking forge, because you know you too are soon to be tempered as you stare down upon the distant god, the defiler your brothers and sisters died to defeat but could not, who now gluts on the Adra spire, striking plans against Magran. The iron chains that suspend the bridge beneath your feet drip blood and sweat, weeping. The maw spans below, battered by the invader, the jagged keep, now ever more apt in name. He cut a path through to the spire and could not be stopped. He drank deeply from so many of you. The Brenthis watches beside you. The Rathun are led by High Priestess, the Brenthis, one of the few among the sect of warriors with the ability to hear Magran's voice. She is fierce and will know what to do. She can hear Magran within the flames. Without further delay, she hastens you to the dragon's lair. She will call the beast and it will ride with you into the assault. Inside, the cavern is dark and simmering. The Brenthis rushes ahead of you. Despite your barked warning, something is wrong. The heat roils against your skin. A whisper of death, dangerous rather than comforting. The defiler god has riled the dragon. The Brenthis raised her torch high, as if to collar the dragon. The light of it sheening her helm in the darkness. She is thundering. The time has come to submit, Jada. Submit to Magran's will. The walls rumble from a sudden earthquake. No, from the beast's laughter. A shadow looms to your left. The scalding claw punches through your skin.
Rest now, warrior. Your soul is safe with me.
Zoti bows her head as she drags the lantern over the corpse from head to foot and back up again. When she reaches the Rathun's punctured chest, his soul lifts from the body and drifts towards the lantern. With a shudder, settles inside the copper cage. Okay. We're expecting this big rumbling to be the dragon. Alright. Oh, there's another corpse over here. And pots of gold. Closer you near to the dimly lit essence that smolders over the Rathun's burnt corpse, the stronger you feel the soul's flickering confusion and grief. Ashen crooked fingers clutch a still flaming torch, grasping the or torque. I assumed it was torch, but I guess it is torque. I guess I don't know what a torque is. Grasping the relic tightly, even in death. Let's reach for the soul first. Rather than falling face forward into a vision of Rathune's final memory, her last thoughts scream through your mind in a jumble of disjointed words and disbelief.
I am burning! I am burning! I am burning! And it is not in pleasure, not for Mother Margaret. I should have listened when she said nothing. But I was willing to die to reach the Everflame, to sacrifice them and everything to ash, to vanquish the Defiler. And I am burning, but not in the flame. Not with honor and eternity, but for a moment. I am disgraced.
Let's dig deeper.
Who will lay the talk before the Mother to fire the way? Who is left? Who will guard the sacred spire, the Mother's mind? Who will descend the shrine to the Defiler's God's face? Not to these hands that are ashes sifting on a breath that is a last sigh of a wretchedly snuffed life. Not to me and mine. Now she who was blackened and befouled and forsaken by the flames, forsaken by Margran.
Yeah, we'll take the torque. Twisting the torque free cracks off 3 of the priestess's blackened brittle fingers. You got the torque of Bithakten. Okay, roughly translating to Everflame. Of a final flicker, the last swift and violent shuddering, the soul dims and disintegrates.
Rest easy now, priestess. I'll harvest your soul and your torment too.
Coaxing the soul with a low and soothing voice, Soti jiggles her lantern over the priestess' charred corpse. There's not much left after the trauma the soul endured, but a few glimmering motes whirl around the soft light before fading into the lantern. Okay. Oh, we also got these, which is stealing. Oh yeah, we'll steal whatever. A Jumet's stalking cloak. Perception and stealth. 5% damage to weapon attacks made from stealth. 5% accuracy to weapon attacks made from stealth. Attacks made from stealth stun the target. Adjumut's life was one of sacrifice. As the matron huntress, it fell to her to feed her nomadic tribe. In order to provide, she lived apart, tirelessly stalking the herds. Her tribe followed, always one horizon behind so as not to disturb the hunt. When the tribe saw the glow of a distant fire, they knew their huntress had made a kill and moved forward. Arriving at the dying coals, they would find a fresh carcass, trussed and dressed. Adjumut had invariably moved on. Adjumut was known for her ability to soundlessly approach her quarry and strike with deadly precision. The howling winds and bitter cold offered few second chances. This cloak helped conceal her, both on open tundra and under dark forests, as its subtle pattern disguised her silhouette from even the most keen-eyed prey. Now we'll have it. We'll also have what's here. Aldris Blade of Captain Crow. Okay. So it's a saber with lots of little things, so it does extra damage, does extra shock damage on a critical hit, does damage as shock. It gains health on a critical strike. Aldris the Green, a humble blacksmith's apprentice, fashioned this beautiful saber. The blade was polished steel, and the basket hilt made from a jackdaw with feathers silky and black as jet. He presented it as a wedding gift to his betrothed, Layla, a druid of storms. On their wedding day, Aldris presented his beloved with the weapon. After the vows, Layla imbued the blade with the power of storms, etching her husband's name along the fuller in glowing green runes. The celebration was short-lived. Under a blackened sky, the procession came under attack by the dreaded Captain Crow, commander of the Storm Raven, and his band of cutthroats. Layla attempted to defend her beloved, but she and Aldris were cut down. The Buccaneers sacked the wedding and killed all who resisted. In the years that followed, Captain Crow used the blade of Aldris to cut a bloody swath through the Deadfire, killing and plundering, wielding the weapon's lightning with abandon. The saber's powers, unchecked by its cruel wielder, eventually scorched the feathers and flesh of the jackdaw and stained the blade with the victim's blackened blood. Cool. we'll have that. And this last one was just stuff. That is a cool weapon. Okay. So comparatively in damage to our dagger, it does a lot more. Like, just a lot more. Now, we do lose from the dagger things like Worthy Sacrifice, the instant kill, which has come in useful. But at the same time, you know, this one is very good. What does it do? I think actually we are going to use it. Oh, it also looks very stylish. But what's our upgrades? Blood honed. 10% of hits convert to crits. Brilliant. And then 2 different ways of doing superb. Let's do blood honed first. Now, what's this? This is Kraken's Eyes. Or, alternatively, we could use Pyrite. Yeah, let's use this stuff. This stuff looks like it's more common. Imagine, because we don't have to get Krakens. A legendary we can go to as well. Regent, Adraban, and Emerald. Do it. Fully upgraded. We now have a 24 to 36 weapon that does 10% damage as shock on top of that. That's very good. Oh, are we about to get attacked by a dragon? Hey there. As you can see, we're still in stealth, so...
I never saw such creatures before joining your crew.
A creature of smoke and scales, embers and talons looms up from the darkness. Her back and ribs gleam luridly, red as the lake of fire that laps at her feet. She hisses, the sound like rocks grating together in her throat, and through her peeled back lips form no words, you understand.
Who comes now to stoke the flames of chaos further? Have I not yet feasted enough? I suppose I can make room for another.
No, that can't be healthy. Just realized how lucky we are to have never run across a sewer dragon.
Zoti chokes on a scream. A dry laugh cackles from the dragon's thick-scaled throat. We can just try intimidate, just straight off. Attack me, beast, and it'll be the last thing you do. The Rathun summoned you, so you attacked them?
We struck a deal. Eons ago. I did with a wily Brenthis. It's true these Rathun fed me exquisitely for so long. But today, they sought my wings like a firestorm to battle. My fangs like hot spears to pierce a god. I am the heart of the fire. I cannot be controlled. Not by a giant's weak will, and not by a sputtering trinket.
What was the nature of the deal you struck with them? The beast grates a loud, insidious laugh.
The Rathun would pay their tributes of flesh and blood, fire and gold. And I, when called upon, would fight fiercely at their side. That arrogant priestess thought to ride me, the magma that fires the mountain. She sought to command me. So I consumed her. The Rathun forged their deal when I was but a hatchling. Now no one controls me. And I would never fight a god for fools.
That's awfully cold-blooded for a creature made of fire.
The dragon snorts smoke from her snout.
You are a creature most amusing. Perhaps I shall yet allow you to live.
You tricked the Rathun.
Indeed, I did. But you seem far more clever.
I must reach Aethys in the depths of the maw.
You think to ride me,
the great firestorm in the moor to meet a blustering god.
The massive beast's chuckle rolls out like thunder, but acrid smoke puffs from her nostrils, underscoring her anger.
If the Rathoon could not tame me, why should a little wretch like you fare better?
Do you know of a physical path to the lower reaches of the maw or not? Slowly she flexes her wings. They sizzle and pop, nearly steaming.
I shall tell you this much, if only to keep you from my wings. Your path to Aethys lies through Margren, through her shrine within the Rathoon's keep. Igniting Margren's shrine lowers it into the moor, so that a Brenthis may worship before the Ardra pillar. See?
How can I ignite the shrine to Margaret in the Rathoon's keep?
Why, I believe the Brenthis has the means you seek. A certain talk that she tried to wield against me.
Jana Frerlas, the ancient, laughs the tip of an incisor with her tongue.
Sadly for her, its power could not hold a flame to mine. But as it was the Brenthis' last sacrificial offering to me, you understand why I shall not allow it to be stolen.
The dragon spreads her wings possessively over her hoard, scaled throat rumbling a growl. I already have it, so... Well... Can we not make a trade? The dragon's nostrils flare wide as she inhales. Slowly, her scaly lips peel back from her fangs.
I do scent something enticing about you. Is that a wardstone? But why should I barter when I can take it from your corpse?
It'd be an honor to meet such an end, but I'd rather live to tell of your magnificence.
What would you know of honor and how it relates to a being such as me?
Smoke curls from the ancient's nostrils as she tips her face closer. You are a creature to be revered. Your eminence derives not from your ability to mindlessly slaughter, no, as any dragon could do that, but from your ability to show mercy to your devoted followers. The dragon preens, and her eyes flare bright as embers.
The Rathoon are fools, devoted blindly to Margren. They never worshipped me, as I deserve.
Purring, she slithers and sloshes in the magma.
Take it! I have no care for the talk or the corpse.
Farewell. Alright then, see you later, dragon. We have successfully talked down a second dragon. That's more rumbling, and that feels like much more rumbling, or at least looks like much more rumbling. Yeah, that's worrying. Go to the Ashen Bridge. Let's go see Aethys. Okay, definitely quick save. Ooh, loot.
I got this.
That rumbling is non-stop now. Okay. And into the keep we go. Oh, I guess just Edier's going, huh? Oh, his eyes are glowing. Is it turning its head?
You spend your whole life thinking you're a giant. And one day that fella shows up at your fortress.
That was awfully profound.
Yeah, I like it. It's an interesting way of thinking about things. In we go. Right, so we got some more Rathoon we need to talk down, hopefully. And then we just need to get the torque to some kind of elevator. And we can just go down. Okay. Fight? That's just what I'm thinking is going to be here. Peaked at spotting you, the strapping warrior slams her shield against the floor, rattling the stones beneath your feet.
Scurriers in my keep, make ready to be crushed, vermin of Eothas!
Look here, I recovered this from your fallen, Brenthis.
You felled her? And her dragon?
With a deep-chested growl, the warrior readies her sword to strike. No, it was the dragon who killed her, not me. She stills, red scrawls in her skin flickering as she grimly appraises you. A muscle twitches in her jaw, but finally she sheathes her sword.
Then the Bathor will decide your fate. He awaits at the back of the keep.
Oh. Alright then. I guess we'll, follow her then?
Tell me we aren't gonna fight them all at once. Better yet, what if we didn't fight them at all?
Good idea. We will steal the stuff off of their fallen brethren, though. Fireless in death, this warrior's body is being ceremoniously prepared for cremation. Okay. Wait, did I say we could have this? Oh, yeah. Free trash armor. Lovely. And this must be where... Oh, wait, what is this room then? That's a forge. Okay. Yeah, that's ours now. We were told to go to the back of the keep, weren't we?
Supposing this volcano blows, what are the odds any of us but Gone survives it?
We should move quickly.
Hey, Bathor. When the warlord spots you, his shoulders stiffen and he reaches for the mace strapped to his back.
Kith, how is it you have come to be here? Nay, it is of little matter.
I'm not here to fight you.
Your words hold no weight, Kith. Rathun decide their own battles.
His words boom from behind his helm without falter, yet he does not strike. With a raised hand, he signals his warriors to wait. There's no reason for us to fight when we can be of aid to each other instead. He scrubs a hand over the front of his helm, apparently weighing your words.
I concede to your point. For the time being. Aethys deserves death, not words. The Defiler God has brought war to Ashen Moor in revenge against Margaret and her Rathun.
The warlord regards you hotly, fire sweat dripping down his neck. His surrounding warriors clang their weapons against their chests or on the floor, clamoring for blood.
What is your relation to Aethys, if not to act with him against Margaret?
Well, Aethys stole part of my soul and I need it back.
Then you two have cause against Aethys, as we do. We are prepared to assault Aethys at the base of the moor.
The warlord gestures to the shrine of Magrin behind him.
The shrine will lower us to the sacred archipelago, where the embodied god now gluts himself.
Let me through. I'll speak with Aethys and convince him to leave this place.
Even if I believed you, I cannot do such a thing.
He shakes his head, his eyes burn, fiercely intent.
We guard the sacred depths of the moor. None may freely enter. Thus the shrine lies dormant, locked without the talk of Bethacton.
He shoves his shoulders back with pride.
Our high priestess. The Brenthis is the talk's rightful bearer, but she has yet to return to the keep.
I found your Brenthis. She's dead.
Then it is as I feared, and as I felt. Her flames have been extinguished. I do not share the Brenthis' ability to commune with Margaret, but I must believe the goddess would will us to fight. We must make a final stand.
I have the torque.
I heard shouts of your triumph preceding you. It would seem you are unparalleled among your kind. And mine. What became of the Ancient? Jorda Fairless? Triumph will be nigh impossible without her.
What makes you think something happened to her?
Face beat red. Zoti chokes, pounding on her chest as if she struggles for air.
Whatever gave you people the idea that dragon would let you ride her?
The warlord tilts his head as if considering the true meaning to your companion's reaction. Growing distrustful, he tightens his grip on his mace.
You will answer me, Kith, without trickery or lies.
He glowers, impatient. The dragon has forsaken you. He falls silent, the scrawlings on his skin flaring hotly.
Indeed. I feared the worst when the Brenthis failed to return with the beast. We've no choice. Despite the odds, we'll attack without either's strength.
He shakes his head, the motion grave.
If this is to be our last stand, we must prepare ourselves, either for victory or for sacrifice. Lest Margaret forsake us for our failures. You've earned the right to Fire Shrine with the talk of the Other Flame. But we cannot join you as yet in facing the Defiler.
Okay. So we have the right to go to the shrine and light the flame. Okay. Cool. It looks like we have run of the keep as well.
I
so
see where you're going with that. There.
just
What
gonna
did I
have a
tell
look
you?
around if that's alright. Hope everyone's cool with that. Seems to be. We're still gaining experience, I noticed, but we've hit max, so there is no more we can get. A rock slide has collapsed a section of the keep. Okay. This way leads nowhere. The door we cannot open. Although we can see the other side of it, which is weird. Must be like some lever somewhere to
Isn't
open.
this something?
Whoa, 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 whoa. Almost ran straight into that.
Give me a real challenge.
Sure.
Get rid of that one.
This
Get rid of
calls
that
for
one.
a subtle touch. There.
Right, nice. Fire thrower's gloves. Dexterity, explosives, arcana, all invocation power levels.
I tell you.
Alright, well, I think Aloft just got some new gloves. Yeah, he replaces of accuracy with these, so that seems pretty good. Yeah. We also, I just remembered, we do have a new cloak who could potentially be good. We could give this cloak to... Yeah, we could give that one to our... Forgot her name. To Maya, yeah. Because she's all about that survival, I guess. Just checking what our diplomacy is. It's 17, exactly, with the buff. And that's what we needed to pass some of the diplomacy checks. So we're actually not going to use it. If that makes sense. Like, we're not going to switch cloak because we would lose that extra diplomacy. Does look like we're leaving, but we're not. We're just having a look around. No, get the loot. No reason not to. I mean, apart from the rumbling that keeps happening, but fine. Yeah, we'll have all of this stuff. Right. Yeah, it's fine.
Consider it
Keep
done.
having a look around. Grab that stuff. Got a key. Guess that key would have opened the door that we, yes, that key would have opened the door that we, lockpicked earlier. Yeah, okay. Fine. All the way through here. Right, and then this will lead us to the other side of what we saw earlier. Oh no, that's what the key unlocks. Okay. Interesting. That's fine. We've managed to get through this entire area without finding anything,
see
and I'm
that?
very confused. Oh, she did
I got
discover
this.
something. Nice.
Got
And is
this.
that another way through? Yeah, so this was just another way through to the other area that we were just in. Okay. So there was cool stuff we could have done there if we hadn't just talked our way through everything. Alright. Well,
Always seemed real cold to me for a fire god. Like she'd rather see you die struggling than offer help.
okay. Yeah, I should go here then. Let's do it. You stand before the shrine of Magrin, goddess of flame and war. Lifting your eyes, fiery motes begin to streak across your vision as you stare into the imposing cast of her likeness. For the span of a single breath, everything falls eerily silent. The Rathun behind you fade away, flames to either side of you flicker higher, dancing without sound. But the heat is real, licking at your skin. Then the metal groans as Magrin's statue bends her head to you in greeting.
Watcher, the time does not allow for niceties.
Her words flow like lava from her lips, like the trails that burble hotly from her eyes.
Even now, Aethys gains strength from the spire. What progress have you to report?
The Rathun are preparing a final assault against Aethys. Wait, I haven't spoken with Aethys. Yeah, I haven't spoken with Aethys.
Make haste, should you wish to distract our enemy during my preparation for war.
She leans forward, the copper of her corded arms gleaming from the blustering flame. She tugs her sword free from her plinth. The entire shrine shudders with heat.
Though now, maybe a revised directive would be wise. Presently, I shall erupt this volcano, and with it, consume Aethys. I suggest you retreat if you at all value your mortal form.
I need more time to reach Aethys.
I can give you only the moments more it takes me to fully fire the depths of this maw. After that, I will not stay the assault. Even for you. Fare thee on, Watcher. My condolences, should you die.
She inclines her head once more in a stalwart farewell. An avatar of the god flashes over the imposing statue before you. As the image fades, her absence leaves the shrine cold and deathly silent. Okay. I thought that's what we needed to do to go down?
Give me a
Over here?
real challenge.
Massive chains hold the weight of the shrine's conveyable platform. Wait, but... the relic should lower my... Wait, so how do I use it? Oh, do I just use it? Like, is there a way to just go like, hey, I've got the torque, let's use it? I kind of think I've lost the torque. Where is it? Oh, it's a quest item, so we can go down here. Yeah, there we go. So I don't need to equip it or anything. Can't drag it. It's there. Oh, do I have to interact with the shrine? Is that what it meant? Ah, okay. A statue of Magrin towers above you, bloodied and battle-ready. The goddess clutches both sword and shield. At the base of the statue, a rectangular, iron-slated altar rests between two unlit braziers. Examine it. The slated top of the altar has been hammered silver water smooth, except for a singular circular groove notched deep in the center of the slab. Charred bits of metal, leather, and bones are piled in the interior of the circular groove, the remains of prior offerings to the goddess. Place the torque on the altar. The brazier on either side of the altar flare to life. Red-hot flames shooting high before settling into a steadier, softer burn within the bowls. Lava eddies beneath the iron grating in the floor, heating the soles of your feet, while the statue herself seems to wake, metal groaning, rasping as the shrine moves. We have lost the torque. Okay. And they're leaving us here, I think. Yeah. Okay. Only minorly confusing. Is the warlord leaving us? He seemed like he was standing on the edge there. A statue of Magrin towers before you. We've already done that. At the base of the statue is, in the center of the altar, the torque of Bithactin brightly burns an offering to Magrin. Descend into the depths of Ashen Maw. With a squeal of metal against metal, the entire floor drops with a stomach lurching 5 feet. Chains clang like the toll of bells as they catch, pounding against the time-worn gears. Then the shrine begins steadily lowering into the maw. As the shrine cracks lower into the maw, Aethys' colossal Adra-carved dome, neck, and shoulders slowly emerge into view. This close, the god rises up like a mountain, larger than you ever remember having seen him. Energy vibrates from his massive body, and a cacophony of mutterings and shouts from souls whirring within it slams into you, nearly knocking you from your feet. Alright. We ready to talk to Aethys? Okay. Oh, we'll walk along here.
You're certain he wanted us all to come?
Have you ever seen anything so awe-inspiring? Behold the power of my god!
Alright, Aethys. Let's be having a word. Oh, hello.
Watcher, I wasn't sure you'd make it. But there is enough of you in me to grasp that you had a better chance than most. Some would say it's because you have a strong soul. Great deeds come easily to one so spiritually blessed. Or have you become great because of what has been thrust upon you? Watcher of Cadnua, Herald of Berith, Hound of Aethys.
Oh my god. You're really, this can't.
I love it.
I see you, Shodi. I am glad that we could meet, even if it is under quite unpleasant circumstances.
This is really happening, right? Gon, your humble priestess is before you. Please, tell me what you require of me. How do I save more lost souls than I can carry in one lifetime?
Face bright red, sweat beading her brow. Shodi stumbles precariously closer to the edge. Lantern rattling, she catches herself. A mere moment before she would have toppled over.
Excuse me? I'm being replaced in this section as well? Alright then. On you go.
I know that you have undertaken a noble mission, but I will tell you what I told the Watcher. You need not fear for the lost souls of this world. As for you, Watcher, why is it you believe you have made it this far?
I don't know. I guess we'll say each of us simply does the best we can. My trials have made me who I am.
You have done much in this life, it's true. But if it weren't for your past with Theos, with Iovara, you never would have come down this path.
Just as a reminder, Theos Ix Arcanon was a member of the Iguithan civilization and Grand Master of the Leaden Key, an organization devoted to keeping the secrets of the gods. Having allied with the goddess Wodaka, Theos possessed the power to recall the memories of all of his past lives, making him one of history's most notorious schemers. He was killed by the Watcher of Cadnua, bringing an end to the Deerwood's Hollowborn crisis. And Iovara Ix Enos was an Iguithan and former missionary. After learning the origins of the gods was artificial, she led a following against the religion of her people. A retaliatory inquisition would capture and torture Iovara, consigning her soul to the Court of Penitence, where she remained for over 2,000 years before her sentence was ended by the Watcher of Cadnua, although I believe that we did not end her sentence. At least from what I Did we? I can't remember. Don't know if we did. Anyway, basically, first game. Theos was the main antagonist of the first game.
But you have come a great distance for answers. What would you ask of me, Watcher?
That we have. And I got a request. Down here. God, look how full my lantern is. I've been harvesting day and night for you, my God.
Lantern rattling. Sickle gripped so tight her knuckles are white. She waves her arms over her head as she shouts.
I do love how much of a fangirl Zoti is being. She's like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. It's gone, he's actually here. It's brilliant.
My dear Shodi, I do not mean to diminish your presence here. But this is a question that the Watcher needs to answer. He alone was tasked with pursuing me. The gods have placed him in this fire. It is only right that we speak together now.
Can you atone for all the damage you've done?
No, not now. Not in your lifetime. Perhaps in 100 generations, the books and tongues of Kith will forget the name Aethys. A penance paid in full, noted by none. That would be my absolution.
You're just gonna wait for us to forget what you did? That's your penance?
Adair stands in a broad posture, the one he so often takes when placing himself between friend and foe. His neck is sharply craned to meet the unblinking stare of his god.
Apologies again. It's kind of second nature to just start reading when they finish talking. And yeah, anyway, I'll try my best to not do it for a fourth time in a row.
How about you start by giving back the souls you took? Or maybe by apologizing to every one of your followers, especially the ones that died for you.
The molten rock of Magran's teeth gleams bright orange in his eyes, and he looks like a man overtaken by a furious spirit.
You tell him, Edier.
You owe this Watcher here. You owe my brother Woden, and every last one of us that ever followed you. And you owe me. I never asked you for much, but you owe me better than what you're given.
I cannot atone for my mistakes with words alone, Adair. I know this now. It is why I began this journey and why I must move on. But you have come here for other answers. Why I have returned. Where I am going. Am I answering to you, or to Berith?
After all you've done, I think every creature that lives and breathes on Eora needs to know.
And it would seem even she whose presence shakes the heart of this mountain needs to know.
Magrin is prepared to take drastic measures to stop you.
Margrin fears what I will do, just as she feared what I would do in the Deerwood. But this time, there is no power on Eora or in all of hell to stop me. Understand that what I'm saying is neither a boast nor a challenge. It is the clearest statement of truth I can give you, give Berith, in the hopes of dissuading you from taking actions that may harm others.
What are you gonna do?
Force gods and mortals alike to open their eyes to one another. It seems my sister does not like the sound of that.
Can you be more specific? What are you trying to do?
I want to return the gods to our original purpose, and to allow mortals to worship us, or ignore us, for what we are, not what we pretend to be.
Shodi gasps sharply, for once too stunned to blurt out a response. Her eyes are wild, with too much white showing, when she glances from Aethys to you.
Whatever you're doing, there's gotta be a better way.
When I entered Widewin, I did so with the intention of illuminating the history of Anguith. I wanted to show all the nations of the Eastern Reach the machines we had used to create ourselves, how we had hidden our true nature from mortals for millennia. But even if I had succeeded, my words would have been easy to deny. Belief creates the foundation upon which a mind's reality is built. Some minds can never let go of that foundation. They would rather hold tight to the world in their mind than accept what they're being told.
Why is it so important that mortals know that the gods come from the Anguithans?
We began with a dream that if we provided guidance to mortals, each generation of souls would grow stronger. And if the souls grew stronger, societies would become better, moving ever closer to achieving the potential we believed all mortals have within them. Over 2,000 years have passed. Hundreds of generations have been born, lived, and died. If the world has improved under our guidance, mortals should be prepared to understand the truth. If they have not improved after all of this time, then we have utterly failed in our aims, and there should be a reckoning of our faults. The time has come for a new covenant between gods and mortals. One forged in the light of truth and understanding between our kind. I will leave this place and go to the lost city the Huana call Ukaizo. It is there that all souls pass through the machines of the gods, where all souls pass into the beyond before beginning their next life.
Oh. The location of the gods.
When I reach that place, I will find our great machines and tear them to pieces. I will smash the great wheel until the lights of hell all gutter and die. And when my work is done, I will leave this world forever.
More destruction. You're tearing the whole world apart because you can't make peace among yourselves.
Adair, there will never be peace among mortals, so long as they are unwittingly manipulated by the gods. The divine enslavement that Woodica reveres perpetuates ignorance, chaos, and violence across the world. I only wish to destroy the darkness that surrounds the gods, that you may better see us for what we are.
We're gonna say nothing.
I admit that's not the response I expected, especially given the volcano erupting around us. Still, I'm surprised Magrin is reacting this way. I would have thought she would appreciate a trial of this magnitude, one that tests us all. Both gods and mortals alike rely on the wheel. We depend on it for the souls that give us power. Mortals depend on it for the lives of future generations. Breaking it will force all of us to face the truth. We will fail together or move forward together. Either ending is preferable to the cycle we still find ourselves in.
Go on, wait! Before it's too late, you gotta take the souls I harvested for you.
The priestess.
The priestess thrusts her light-pulsing lantern outward, as if waiting for Aethys to take it from her.
Apologies.
They are not for me to take. Shodi, you are their guardian now. You are their protector. You have taken responsibility for them, and only you can decide their fate. Once again, the gods have put you in a precarious position, Watcher. Considering all the troubles I have put you through, the least I can do is protect you from the wrath Magrin has intended for me.
Well, I didn't ask for your help and I don't want it.
Then I will save you in spite of yourself. Brace yourself, Watcher.
Guys and gals, we are literally being touched by the hand of God right now.
Despite herself, Shodi squeals. Trembling, she sways on her feet as if she might faint.
Hey, Aethys, we're not done here. You and I, we're not finished. Don't think you can just move me aside like all the rest. Maybe you can't be stopped. But on behalf of everyone you've trampled, betrayed, and ignored, I'll be coming to see you again.
Adair spits. In the surging heat, it never reaches the ground.
Perhaps we will meet again, Adair. Until then, take care of the Watcher.
Aethys's great hand floats away from the luminous Audra pillar. As it pulls back, for a brief moment you see a golden tether flash into existence between the pillar and the great Titan's back. When the Audra fingers gently cradle you, there is first a sensation of warmth, but it is followed by a harsh splitting of consciousness. Your awareness vacillates erratically between the physical world and the spiritual dimension of Aethys's body. Your soul glides amid the many trapped with Aethys. As your brilliant form passes by them, they call and reach out for help. Below Aethys's body, the volcano erupts. Molten rock rushes over the great Audra body, but does not slow its movement. Rathun rush to higher ground, but cannot outpace the lava, which overwhelms and consumes them as it rises. Your attention returns to the heart of Aethys's body. Deep within the whirling masses of souls, you again sense your own presence, the fragment that was taken from you. This time, you reach out to it as it reaches out to you. You meet somewhere in the great mass of Audra, the rest of the souls fading at the edge of your awareness. We are together again. Are you ready to be together again?
Yes, it's about time.
Are you certain? Since we've parted, you've become someone else, and I have become myself. When we join, we won't be ourselves anymore. Your senses yank back to your body, still in Aethys's hand. There is light, sunlight. He has emerged from Ashen Maw, the rim of the volcano and the great keep of the Rathun collapsing behind him. The Audra is barely visible through the thick lava covering his body. And still, he moves. The ocean is gone, water sucked away, leaving only the bare seabed glistening in an ominous silence. You summon the strength to turn your head. Through the cracks in the great god's fingers, you see a wall of water, taller than Nekataka, taller than Aethys, as tall as the moon. It comes with the rumbling of a terrible stampede. The wave slams into Aethys. His hand closes, protecting you from the devastation. Somewhere in your mind, you hear Andra screaming. You are back inside him. Back with yourself. Are you still the same Watcher who returned the lost souls of the Deerwood to the wheel? The soul observes you, waiting. I am.
I am, and I hope to return these souls to the wheel before I am done.
Good. Then this should be easy. You feel cool air, seawater. The back of your mind pulls your attention back to your body. Aethys stands amid the now calm waves. Kraken futilely clinging to his limbs as he gingerly sets down your ship with one hand. He carefully opens his other, setting your body on the deck. As your head comes to rest, your vision rocks forward, pulled back into the Audra, back to your soul. Some of us is lost to him. Fragments and the empty spaces between them. They will always be a part of him. But we are still us. And it's time for us to go. Together.
Together.
The soul rushes toward you, flying into you with ferocious speed. You are thrust back through the Audra, out of the palm of Aethys' hand, back into your body. You can feel the sensation of your skin, the warmth of the Audra, but you are not fully in control. The other soul struggles to reach the surface of the body's consciousness, but you pull it down. Entangled, you float in a dark, boundless expanse. The more you fight each other, the closer you become, until somehow, impossibly, every piece of you is touching every piece of them. Through the distant window of your eyes, you see Aethys push slowly against your ship. Though his touch is light, it is still the touch of a god. The ship lurches, rapidly tearing across the water southward. His hand pulls away from your ship's wake, his body straightening, towering overhead. The volcanic rock, now cooled and gently steaming, sloughs from his body as he moves. The Audra beneath is still immaculate, unmarred. He watches you depart, and you hear a voice in your mind as you sink deeper into the blackness of sleep.
Tell them what you have witnessed, Watcher. Tell them what is coming.
The windows of your eyes retreat into the distance. The fragment of your soul is so close to you in the darkness that you can't tell if its thoughts are separate from your own. Aethys is going to Ukaizo?
Aethys is going to Ukaizo.
He's going to stop the wheel?
He's going to stop the wheel.
Aethys is going to Ukaizo. Aethys is going to Ukaizo. He's going to stop the wheel. The words repeat in your mind until they become an incessant, meaningless mantra. Involuntary meditation in the emptiness of your unconscious. When the words finally dissolve and become part of the darkness, you see a pinpoint of light. You no longer sense the other soul. No longer sense the person you were before Aethys touched you. You swim toward the light. As you come closer, the light becomes two blurry spots of radiance. You settle in behind your eyes and feel your lips already moving, mumbling. Around your body you sense familiar scents and sounds, voices raised in shock and alarm. You take control of your mouth, opening it wide and drawing a great breath.
I've got a bad feeling about this. Don't know if we should have merged with that soul fragment. A pounding headache drags you most of the way back to your senses. Your vision blurs and an acrid taste fills your parched mouth. The details of the room slowly comes into focus, the sounds of an ongoing debate a distant echo.
Are we simply going to wait? What if he never wakes up?
Are those frilled collars stuffed in your ears? If the Watcher's mumblings are right, then Aethys is marching on Ukaizo. We have to move.
In the brief silence, you hear Hazanui Karu's boots scrape against the tile as she paces.
He's seizing power from the very gods who betrayed him, destroying the wheel to make sure they never come back.
She shakes her head and chuckles with grim appreciation.
It's a coup, and we have to muster the strength to stop it.
The unraveling of Kohopa from Tangaloa is our greatest test from the gods, I say. We must live to deserve the world they make for us.
Onakaza rests her chin on her fist and considers. The assembled leaders turn their attention away from each other in a prolonged and thoughtful silence. At last you feel fully present and steady on your feet. The attention of the room abruptly shifts to you, filling the void with expectant whispers. I'm fine, not that anyone asked.
You bear witness to the work of the gods. It seems they are not finished with you yet.
It seems you've been talking in your sleep about Aethys' plan to destroy the wheel. Our friends here are understandably concerned.
He looks around awkwardly at the assembled leaders.
Join our talks, I say. Rational discussion will gust away the ominous smoke rising from Ashen Maw.
Onakaza gestures to you with an open palm.
The Deadfire is no stranger to cataclysm. We can survive by cleaving to a shared purpose, a greater good, Akira.
She looks to each of the envoys in turn.
For what else did the gods place us here? We who have ships and resources enough to make a difference.
Castole glances around the room at the gathered parties, his brows climbing.
What we need is brass. Rawatai has ships and cannons aplenty, but the only way I'm sending them is if...
She breaks off at the boom of a door slamming open. Commotion echoes from the entrance hall. As everyone turns towards the noise, her hand strays to her gun. The sound of approaching footsteps grows in volume as a courier scrambles into the throne room, panting and glistening with sweat. His mouth opens and closes like a fish, gasping desperately for breath.
Ships have formed a blockade around Queen's Berth. Their commander demands parley with Serpent's Crown.
What? But what about our ships? I must get a message through to the captains.
For what do our enemies paint a target on their hull? This is a stirring bid for my attention.
Is this the pirates or is this someone else? Onakaza narrows her gaze past the open door.
Send word to my water shapers to drain the sea around the flagship. I would parley on better terms than this.
Onakaza begins to rise, but the courier speaks up ahead of her.
My queen! They fly the colors of pirates! The Principi are...
Well, what have we here?
A confident voice booms from the open door. Hello there, pirates! The motley sailors who don't hold the Huana guards at bay with drawn weapons take in some of the more opulent decorations with avid interest. One pirate separates out from the fold, sauntering boldly forward.
Forgive me, lovesome, but it looks like you're having a party. A rather fine one to which you didn't invite me.
She winks, Soulonette glinting in the light as she cocks her pistol high above her head.
You painted vagrants are a plague on my tribes. Why should I not hang you from the walls of my garden?
Onakaza grips the handrests of her throne as if ready to vault up and attack.
You should be asking yourself how they got in here in the first place.
She glowers in the direction of the throne.
Oh, I do love when they squabble. But I'm here for neither pleasantries nor entertainment. We've bigger fish to fry. Or should I say gods?
A determined-looking guard inches closer to from the edge of the court. Without looking, the Principi captain swivels her pistol to aim straight at his chest.
Now everyone just calm down. I promise we won't fire on you at this time. Unless firstly provoked. That is, until once we've safely absconded from the city back to the high seas.
She grins magnanimously.
Then all bets are off again, aye?
Yes, well, if you have a point, pirate, I suggest you reach it quickly.
We're supposed to take a bunch of pirates at their word?
She crosses her arms, the wooden hand groaning.
Right you are. However...
The narrow-eyed look she settles on the room is more than a little bloodthirsty.
I'm here because I've got questions, ones that can't wait. And the lovesome Watcher's the only one likely to answer them nicely.
Okay, we'll listen.
Perkamplanka, this is nonsense. I have no intention of letting Ukaizo fall into the hands of plunderers and thieves.
Ukaizo? What's the lost city of gold got to do with a god on a rampage?
Using the barrel of her gun, she tips her hat back curiously. I guess now that he's already given it away, Aethys is going to shatter life and death while the rest of you bicker over land rights.
Well, fuck if that doesn't put things into perspective. But what's that even mean in the long run? Folks who die won't be coming back again.
Yeah. Yeah, their souls will be trapped in the in-between.
This is all dark and foreboding sounding. But what's it mean for my soul? I mean, I like the idea of pirating throughout the Great Beyond as much as the next gal. But if, say, I got no awareness after I die, does it even matter what happens?
Ak, of course you have no interest past that of your eyes and your stomach. Let us speak now of what can be done. Must be done. Watcher, you know best of all of us what our options are.
Our only hope is to reason with them.
If he's heading to Ukaizo, then the time for speeches is over. We have to act quickly. Defending Ukaizo is the highest priority.
A pensive, focused look sharpens on the lines of her face. She scratches her cheek with the fingers of her wooden hand.
Our ships are fast and well-equipped. We could sail to the edge of Andra's mortar. See if Aethys' passage opens a way through the storms.
She narrows her eyes, watching the others.
Of course, finding Ukaizo once we're through is another matter.
Well, good luck finding him without me. I just happen to know his bearing.
That's so. You just might be able to save us.
He scratches her chin, an eager glimmer in her eyes.
We speak of collectively sailing for Andra's mortar, but this crown will not support any plan that involves a single outsider ship landing on the shores of Ukaizo.
A hush falls across the room as Onakaza makes her proclamation.
It is for this moment that the gods test me. Anyone who seeks to cross Andra's mortar will learn that the gates of Ukaizo are the end of compromise with the Huana.
Can everyone agree to an armistice while we work through this crisis?
I don't mean to let Aethys end us while we bicker. But the fate of Ukaizo is not exclusively a Huana concern.
I think I'm getting the gist of it now.
He rubs the barrel of her gun under her jaw thoughtfully, and she crooks you a cunning grin.
While these witless princocks go at each other's throats, we Principi will cut through the storms and plunder the city of gold. Whatever Aethys is seeking in those ruins, we'll find it, and then we'll sell it to the highest bidder. That, or me and mine will have front row seats to the end of the world.
If the Huana cannot take back our beginning, then our end fast approaches. The gods will judge us by our devotion to Ukaizo.
Are you going to guard it as closely as you've guarded your palace today?
She shoots a meaningful stare at the pirates.
Ukaizo was yours once, and you lost it. Meanwhile, the storms that cover Andra's mortar plague Rauatai too. We will help the Watchers stop Aethys, but we will not leave our country's future in soft hands. We hope the Watcher agrees.
She nods to you.
Watcher, there are two kinds of people in the Deadfire. Those who have called it home since time immemorial, and opportunists.
Onakaza glares at the assembled dignitaries.
With Ukaizo under our control, the Huana would restore order as it has not been seen since the days of our ancestors.
She nods slowly, holding your gaze all the while.
Ak, order. And the only question is whether it will be the order of ignorance and tradition, or else of conquest. The secrets to be found in Ukaizo could elevate us all beyond the telling. I will not relinquish that dream so easily.
With that, Castol turns to stride away, his shoulders set in a rigid line. Without so much as a final farewell, Eildis tips her head to the armed crew, and the pirates withdraw as swiftly as they arrived.
Watcher, I say the time to play at freelancing is at an end. Any of us could get you to Ukaizo, but only one of us will stand by your side.
Studying you carefully, Onikaza nods and gestures for her attendants to clear the room.
Let's speak, Watcher, while we have the chance.
Alright. Well, I think it's probably time to end the episode here. Thank you for watching. We've effectively opened up the new act. As it puts here, my god, forge alliances or prepare your ship for a hard voyage. Alright, so this is actually like, do everything. My god. Okay. So I need to upgrade the ship, which I have done. And find the Valian Trading Company, find the Huana, find the dragons. Okay, so this is everything, right? Alright. Yeah. Okay. Well, with that, I'm going to end the episode. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.